I had to put my dog to sleep a few months back because he had cancer.
Yeah.
And it was like such a hard decision because they cannot tell you what they want. They cannot tell you how they feel. I think we're being selfish. I think we're
Yeah.
looking at our own interest and it's entertainment.
So do you think you should go vegan then? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Denise.
Denise, nice to meet you. I'm Chip.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Denise?
Mexico, but I
Mexico.
live in Texas.
Mexico, but you live in Texas. Love it. So Denise, I'm an animal rights activist.
Oh, nice. Love
I fight for the rights of animals. I try to be an advocate for them. Do you think animals should have rights?
that. Yes.
What kind of rights do you think animals should have?
I think the same as human, like we need to be more conscious into like what we do with them. Like we don't go and do a lot of experiments on humans because we think they deserve like living in this state. Sometimes there's some pro-life and something there's like that. It's the same in my opinion with animals
Yeah.
because like they came here before us. They ruled the world
Yeah.
before and then we adapted. But I've seen in Mexico, unfortunately, there's a lot of like crimes against animals, like the way that they use donkeys. I understand sometimes culturally it came from years back, but we also have evolution since then, and we have grown. So,
Culture
like,
should adapt, right?
what can we do better? We've done so many other things better. Like, why haven't we changed those things?
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think that because we have power over them, we should be able to do whatever we want to them?
No, it's actually, I had to put my dog to sleep a few months back because he had cancer.
Yeah.
And it was like such a hard decision because they cannot tell you what they want. They cannot tell you how they feel. So
But you did it in their interest, right? Because
I
you
did
didn't
it-
want them to suffer.
Yeah, like I put the diagnosis that everything came out from the bed and I put it on ChatGPT. And I was like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? But I think we need to be more sensitive and I think there are also like people that have feelings. Like you can tell in their eyes like how, well, I could tell in his eyes how he was feeling.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think we should care what the animals want? Like, do you think we should just, or do you think we should just ignore that? And like, do you think when we, because for example, in this scenario, you look after their interests, right? You said they don't want to suffer. I don't want them to suffer, so I'm doing this for them, right? Because I'm sure you didn't want to do it for yourself. You did it for them. So the question is,
I wanted him to be with me,
Yeah.
but I had to do it for him.
exactly. So it's a difficult choice in that scenario. But do you think in all the choices that we're making, we should look after their interests, not our own?
Yes.
Okay, and here comes the kicker, because I'm not trying to catch up on this one, but a lot of the times we as humans forget about these animals. But when we farm animals, when we use them for food, for clothing, or for entertainment, even when we go to zoos and stuff like that, do you think we're looking after their interests or our own?
I think we're being selfish. I think we're
Yeah.
looking at our own interest and it's entertainment. Like
Yeah.
we have AI, we have drones. Like why don't we do shows with those type of things? You know, like
Yeah.
there's many other ways and I think cruelty is something from human nature. We back in the days with Romans, like they had the Colosseum and they used to do crazy things to human and we create consciousness.
Exactly.
Why we haven't created that consciousness. At the end of it is the same scenario, just different animals or different people. And we are animals too at the end of it.
I completely agree with you. So when it comes to entertainment, we agree. When it comes to testing on them makeup, do we agree that we shouldn't test makeup on them?
Correct.
Yeah. What about food? Do you think we should be wearing this? Sorry, about clothing. Do you think we should be wearing their skin?
No, we should not.
And what about food? Because this is where most
And there's
people
things, right? Like
disagree.
if you're killing them, don't. If you use wool, it's the hair that grows. It's a little bit different in my opinion, but also it has to be sustainable.
Well, I can explain to you also with what happens with wool.
I
why
don't know
you
what
don't know.
happens with wool.
I can show you. But the question is, because when it comes to food, for example, it's much easier that we forget about it, and we can go back to wool. But when it comes to food, do you think it's okay for us to use them to farm them for their flesh, for their bodily secretions like milk or eggs, knowing that we don't need to because we can be healthy on a plant-based diet? We don't need any of it.
I've been more vegetarian most of my life because of that. As humans, we started as vegetarians.
Yeah.
We got eventually to the meats, but yeah, like I have some of my friends that as a child we saw a video of like being and the chickens being killed at the farm, and she became 100% vegan.
Yeah.
I became more vegetarian because I was like, oh my god, this is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think that being a vegetarian, you're not still harming animals? You're not still forcing them into slaughterhouses, using them, exploiting them?
There's still, and
Yeah.
I'm ignorant to a point where I don't know the whole spectrum. But yes, I don't think yet we're in the place where we're so civilized that we are conscious of the whole.
So let me tell you about dairy cows, because I'm assuming milk, we all of the times we see it like this innocent thing, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to dairy cows,
I do pea milk.
you do? So you do
Yeah.
pea milk, but
Yeah.
do you eat cheese and stuff like that?
I don't often, but I do sometimes.
Yeah. So take for instance, why do you think cows produce milk, right? Cheese is obviously made of milk, but why do cows produce milk? Like, what's the biological incentive that gets them to produce milk?
Oh, I'm sure there's at least where I live, like when I'm here, my skin feels better and everything because I know they're not putting so much enhancing growth and like other things to make it fast production and stuff like that. It is a business for them, so I do agree that they're probably giving them the things that are not good for them nor us.
Well, it's okay. Like, there's obviously different practices in every country, but let's just speak about what happens everywhere. So cows produce milk to feed their babies, right?
Yeah.
It's the only reason. You would produce milk to feed your baby, because we're mammals. All mammals produce milk to feed their babies. Cows do the same thing. So do you think that they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
Oh, farmers, yeah.
Farmers impregnate them, exactly. So do you think that's fair for us to choose?
No.
So hold this for a second. Let me show you exactly.
Interrupting Chip here. If you're enjoying the video, please consider subscribing and becoming a member. These videos take a lot of time and effort to make, and your support can help me get closer to doing activism full time, which means more videos, more content, more impact, and maybe less sleep. I'll be rolling out new members only content every Friday with exclusive updates and behind the scenes moments you won't see anywhere else. Thank you. That's my quick plug. Back to the video.
Do you know what this is?
Oh yeah, that's for the cows, right? Like they
Yeah.
put their hand in the clamp when they're having babies.
No, so what they do is the farmers, they put this glove, then they put their hands in the anus of a cow to
Yeah.
hold their cervix. They need to rearrange their cervix, and then they inject semen in their vagina.
Oh my god,
Yeah, some farmers have to jerk off a bull. Some different person has to jerk off a bull for that to happen, obviously.
that's gross.
This is called artificial insemination. It's
Yeah.
very prevalent. In most situations, that's how they do it. There are also situations where they keep the bull separate and then they let the bull come with the woman. But I still think it's fucked up that we keep them separate,
Yeah.
because, I wouldn't want to be kept separate from other individuals strictly because of my gender or my sex, right? So that's one thing. When the babies are born, we take them away from their mothers. Do you know why we do that?
No.
Because if they stay with their mothers, they would drink the milk.
Oh.
So farmers need to have as much milk as they can, or need to at least be able to control it. So they separate the babies, and some farmers, very few, again, this is the minority, feed some of the milk back. Most of them just feed them formula, like a plant-based formula, so that the babies can grow. If the babies are born male, what do you think happens to them?
They become meat.
Yeah, that's where veal comes from a lot of the times, right? They kill them as babies because they don't produce milk. Some farmers also grow them up to a year or two. Actually, nowadays, most farmers grow them up to a year or two because it's more profitable to them to sell them for meat than to produce milk from the other cows. If the baby is born female, they still stay separated from their mothers, and every year they get impregnated like their mothers, babies taken away and exploited for their milk. And they do this repeatedly year over year for 6 to 8 years. Yeah. And afterwards they get killed. Cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at that young age, like 6 or 7 years?
Because they're like softer meat or something, or
Well,
maybe they don't produce as much.
That's it. Because they can't get them pregnant, and therefore they can't produce milk. So if they can't get them pregnant and they can't produce milk, they say, you're useless to me, so they kill them. So this is the practice that happens behind dairy farming, and it's prevalent all over the world, in one form or another. I come from Romania. I saw it in my grandmother's backyard. So it happens even on small farms. The question is, do you think we, the consumers when we buy a dairy product, do you think we have responsibility for what happens to these animals?
I do.
Yeah. And I'm not here to place blame or judge anybody, right? Because you didn't know about this. But do you think that going forward, your responsibility should make you change and no longer pay for this product?
Yes.
I appreciate that. So do you think you should go vegan then?
I do.
You do?
I do. I mean, I was already in the steps there, and like I tried various specific items, like not to do it, because I even feel in my body just feels different. Like whenever I eat more on the green side, I feel more energized. I feel more happy if I eat, I don't know, like, oh, hi, puppy.
Yeah.
If I eat meat or something like that, I just feel like drowsy. I don't feel great, you know? So like when my father-in-law asked me like, where you want to go eat, I'm like, can we get like pasta? Can we do like something like more vegetarian? They know if I go to their houses, they have something for me because that's
Yeah.
more who I am. And yeah,
I appreciate that. You know, I was vegetarian for 6 or 7 years, and I did it for the same reason, health reasons. I started being vegetarian, and then once I learned about what the dairy industry does, like what we just discussed, my first instinct was to say, "There's no way that this is happening here," because you go outside of Amsterdam, there's cows in the field. There's no way that that's happening here. You go. There's a farm outside of Amsterdam called the goat farm, and you also say, like, look, the animals are treated well. But after you see all of this, and you start googling and doing more research, you realize it does happen everywhere, because you'll notice that all farms only have females, not males, or only 1 or 2 males.
yeah,
How does that happen? The population should be kind of equal. In the goat farm next to Amsterdam, the male goat is the only one that's tied with a chain in the corner, and they're so like
Yeah.
it's a messed up thing. But you know, like Denise was, right?
Yeah.
Denise, I don't get to speak with a lot of open-minded people like yourself, you know, and there are obviously benefits to us adopting a plant-based diet. But what I'm speaking about is doing it for them, you know, saying,
Yeah.
it's wrong what we do to them, and I don't want to be part of it.
I
Because we can
totally
adopt
agree.
a plant-based diet however
Yeah.
we want. We can be healthy or not
Yeah.
healthy on it, right?
Yes, and I feel like as a society, we're just so focused on our own environment that we don't really see or like do research into like how this comes, like what is the process. Because not just animal, but also like in my, I work. I work with a lot of third world countries and just going there and see their lifestyle and see like how poor they live and stuff like that. So as a society, we just need to do better.
And the fucked up thing about it is that as a society, what we do, like the developed countries, is we go into these poor countries, we tell them grow food, and that food we don't even feed the people, we feed the animals so that we can kill them and eat them. And in doing so, we lose 80 to 90% of the calories that we could actually get. So it's not only bad for the animals, it's bad for us, it's bad for the environment. Everybody loses in this process.
I agree.
Oh, I appreciate you. How many more animals should be exploited for you from now on?
None.
None. Let me give you a card to help you out with that, okay? So,
Yeah.
maybe there's a, I don't know if you like to see what animals actually go through. There's a documentary here called Dominion.
I do. I love documentaries.
Okay, so maybe watch Dominion, and if you can't watch, I personally couldn't watch it because it's very bloody, but the most important speech you'll ever hear is the next best thing. They both happen when you scan this QR code here.
Perfect.
Can you promise me you'll watch them just to get informed?
Yes.
You have all the resources there to help you go vegan for free, access to a free dietitian, and everything that you need,
I
okay?
appreciate that. Thank you.
Appreciate you so much,
Sorry.
Denise.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. You have my social media also if you want. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Cheers.